Welcome everyone to Lubbock, Texas, and Jones AT&T Stadium, home to the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And this crowd, as always, will be rowdy because they've been gearing up since early this morning. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Red Raiders will kick it away first. Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense getting set for first down. Running to the left. Just searching and working for the running move as he gets it out to the 26.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Got him downfield. Turns it on at midfield. Open runway ahead. Bringing the heat. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And the Gators trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep third downs manageable for this offense.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
But when you get down here inside the red zone, you got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
And now, after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
Can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Throw man wins, and he just smashed him. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
How many ways can I get it to my running back who's a baller in space. This is a really good job. Just toss it to him, right? I want to throw it to him. Yeah, I want to run up the middle, but I want to get it to him as many ways as I can. Toss it to him, get him on the edge, do a good job sealing the edge. He'll do the rest. Just give him the ball in space. Good things will happen.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Just threw that one way too far.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy can catch it or nobody can catch it.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Looking to throw, it's Morton. They're setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
A third and long coming up here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Red Raiders will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Gators sending the offense back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
To the air. It's Lagway. Throws to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
That's what.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Caught over the middle. It's Badger. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw. The receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
On third down, going up top. He looks that one in nicely. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And it'll be down right there.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming in inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
They'll leave it with the lone back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Morton. Throws to the back. Got his man in the middle. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Man, I love on 3rd down when I know I have a running back that can beat guys. Whether you want to cover me with a linebacker or a safety, I can run an angle route, and I can have success because my quarterback knows exactly when he's going to break, and that defense is not going to beat my running back.
Wide out in motion. He's looking to throw it. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
It's a draw. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He fires it out to the right. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the first quarter on a high note to no avail. Second quarter's coming. And the Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Bringing it back, it's Hawkins. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. The comeback on target. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking to move it through the air. Lost one deep down the right side. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Let's go. The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Let's go. Got 5 on that last one, now 2nd and inches. Calls his own number. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders! The defense flailed at him like he was slathered in baby oil and wrapped in rattlesnakes. They didn't get close to him.
It's hard, man. The dude's so fast, but he's still allowed to throw it. He can still run it. He's so hard to get a handle on, and I tell you what, that's why he makes big plays time and time again.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Sending the offense back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Lagway. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Fires to the wideout. And the pass hits, picked off. Looking for more room. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Linebackers have tough jobs, right? Their first responsibility is to stuff the run. And you can see he does a really good job seeing pass, getting back in his cover 2 drop, breaking on the football, and making the interception.
Power football with the run. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here we go. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got the quick pass. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. And as I saw that screen start to develop, I thought, big play coming. I just didn't realize it would be for the defense.
Yeah, they got in there quick, and the quarterback's supposed to see that, right? He's supposed to let him come upfield, buy a little bit of time, but then he's got to get rid of it, get it to his playmaker. The offense did not do their end of the bargain. The quarterback got sacked.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Gators decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his big tight end. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Looking for room, it's Brooks. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Looking downfield, it's Morton. Looking down the middle. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down.
Well, the defense just needs something positive to happen. They're trailing in this game. A turnover would be massive for momentum right now, and a nice effort defensively, getting a hand on the ball, knocking it down.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying the left side. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You see these windows, they're getting smaller and smaller to throw into. Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a hand in there, knocking that ball away.
Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. He's looking to throw. He's got him this time. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got it behind the line. It's Hudson. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Morton. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Good job in coverage defending their own end zone there, because you're trying to compress these windows and make it tough for the quarterback, and they were able to tip that one up in the air, and obviously it falls incomplete.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Red Raiders are threatening on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. The Gators will kick it away to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
They'll give it to him again. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. On the ground with the counter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling 1 or 2 guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you, can get to the running back before he gets started.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Looking downfield, it's Morton. Throws to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, it's 3rd and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. The Gators sending the offense back to work. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw on you.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man by himself. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Nice job by the quarterback. Hey, the defense is going to let your big tight end be wide open like that. You will take that throw all day long, and they do for a big game.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Touchdown Gators! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Airing the football way down the field, treating him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Florida! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Fast motion from the offense. Looking for a gap. It's Brooks. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the back. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Running back goes in motion. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9.
A lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies in the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speed to the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the air, it's Lagway. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Well, 3rd and short, the offense dials up the screen, expecting the pass rush to come upfield man-to-man, but it just simply does not work. Defense stays home, and they force the incompletion.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. The fair catch called for and made. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
2nd and short now after that completion. Gonna run it. It's Brooks. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job on the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Handoff to the lone back. Can't get him to the ground. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads can call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
After the incompletion, they're facing a 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking for room. It's Brooks. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Looking for a man. It's Morton. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Splits the uprights. It's good. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. And the defense snatches it, and they're trying to flip the field.
Offensive players, when they got the ball, man, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Wants to throw. It's Morton. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now they regain the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Going to the ground. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the 1st down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score. Texas Tech 20, Florida 17.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun, the ground game. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Just going to keep it after the snap. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the 1st. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up, they bowed up, and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
The give to the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Morton. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Now, 3rd down.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Dude, talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, 1st down.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. This quarterback part of their running game. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically. Caught
in the backfield, it's Johnson. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Badger. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
They'll give it to Johnson. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
And the defense carries the day. They win at the line of scrimmage, and they stuff him on 3rd and inches. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Got his man quickly. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And he intercepts it. Trying to take it back. Crosses midfield. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Red Raiders. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
To the air. It's Flagway. Feeling some heat. He's going to run it. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
Comes out throwing on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Badger. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Gators want to pick up the tempo.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He'll try to take it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Farmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level next.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
I might go back to that one and call that one again. So,
the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. All business today for this ball club. They come out, and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but